Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with Probably Got This, and today I want to go through my 5 favorite things to do in the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, I will say that these 5 things are not like a requirement for you to enjoy the game at all. You can find enjoyment in many aspects of the game, but as a longtime player, these are the 5 things that I keep coming back to keep me playing ESO. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to all my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link below in the description. And you can always watch us play live on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. You can join our helpful Discord, and you can check out our website at brahwegotthis.com. All of that is in the description. My hope for this video is to encourage new players, veteran players, and returning players. For new players, if you are asking the question, what do I have to look forward to later in the game? I hope to show you some very fun activities. For veteran players, if you are asking what else should I do? I'm bored of the same thing. I hope these 5 things will give you new ideas to try in the game. And for returning players, if you are asking what have I missed or what is new that I can try and complete, I hope these 5 things will show you something you didn't know that you could do. So these will be in order from my 5th favorite to my favorite. So number 5 is daily quests. I talk a lot about daily quests and I run a lot of daily quests on stream. But what daily quests are blue icon quests that can be done in most zones, mainly the DLC and expansion zones on all of your characters. These quests can be shared as well multiple times, in some cases with your player up to either 2 to 6 times depending on the zone. So for instance, you can go to Somerset and do 6 World Boss dailies and 6 Delve dailies. In Clockwork City, you can do 2 World Boss dailies and 2 Delve dailies, since there are only 2 of each in that zone. These daily quests are very enjoyable to do with a group and are honestly very chill. These again span across a lot of zones, and you can even do mages, fighters, and Undaunted Guild dailies as well. The main reason I like doing these are because they have a chance to drop that zone's motif style. These styles can contain some really amazing looking styles that you can put on your characters. They also can sell really nicely to guild traders for gold, and you can also get overland set items that will also sell to guild traders, and that will also be good for certain builds. My 4th favorite thing to do in the game is housing. Housing in ESO is absolutely absurd in a good way. Housing will suck you in for hours on end and you won't even know what even happened, really, where the time went. I think housing is honestly one of the most unexplored parts of the game by a lot of players. I have a lot of people in my community that say they haven't even done much housing and then they try it and it's like a whole new world. But seriously, if you are bored of the game or looking for something else to do, try housing for an hour. If you aren't familiar with housing, I have a guide on the website that goes over some basics, but I plan to make another guide on it in the future. But ESO has so many different houses you can buy. You don't have to buy them with crowns though, because many of them have gold buying options. Although sometimes the house isn't for sale with gold in the game and you have to wait until it goes back on sale. There is actually a free house that you can earn in Elsewhere by doing quests and dungeons. That honestly is a really good one. There is also a house you can get later this year for free from the in-game events. Okay, that'll be in Q4. But what else can you do at your house? You can show off your Undaunted busts from dungeons and trials that you have beat. You can put target dummies in your house to practice DPS. You can put set crafting tables of every craftable set in the game. You can put transmutation stations in your house. You can put house guests, NPCs there to talk to. You can path mounts, pets, and NPCs, which means you can move them around and they can just go on this set path throughout your house. You can decorate it with furniture that you find in the world or achievement furnishings. Did you actually know that every zone essentially has an achievement furniture with unique items to that zone? They look fantastic. And it's honestly just so much fun when you actually do this in ESO. My 3rd favorite thing to do in the game is trials. Trials are 12-man raids in ESO. These are something that I want to do more of in the future, being that I have only done the normal versions and some veteran versions. But these are very, very rewarding activities that take teamwork and coordination. I highly recommend you be at least CP 160 to 200 for most trials to start out on normal. But these can drop some fantastic set items that are used in multiple builds everywhere, and they have perfected versions as well in the veteran versions of the trial. These also have some insane achievements that you can earn that can get you some cool mounts and skins. But my enjoyment of these really just come from running a large team-based event. I love being able to work together to complete an activity that is a hard activity to complete. It's just a very rewarding experience. My 2nd favorite thing to do in ESO is fashion. Who would have guessed it? We have a monthly fashion contest here in the Discord and in my community that if you want to participate in, you more than welcome can. But basically all the things that I mentioned before sort of funnel into fashion. I think ESO's fashion is some of the best of any MMO. There's one flaw of ESO's fashion though, and that is that it doesn't have capes, but we won't really talk about that. But besides that, all those motifs you earn from dailies, achievements, and dyes from trials and questing you can use to make your character look fantastic. The cool thing about ESO's fashion system is you can wear any style on any character. So for instance, in WoW, I know that you can't wear male like transmogs or outfits on certain characters due to their class, I think. Well, ESO isn't like that. Another thing that is nice is when you actually consume like a chest motif that gives you the style for heavy, medium, and light armor, and you can put heavy, medium, or light armor on your character style no matter what type of armor you're wearing. So if you have light armor on, you can change that to a heavy style if you like to. I have a fashion guide in the description if you want more insight on that, but the fashion system is honestly one of my favorite things, and almost all the motifs are earnable in the game along with the dyes as well. My favorite thing to do in the game is DLC veteran dungeons. Again, I will say this, ESO's dungeon team does an absolute fantastic job on creating a unique, challenging, and fun experience inside the DLC dungeons. These dungeons aren't a joke, and they require teamwork and perseverance. DLC dungeons on veteran are my next big goal on stream. I want to try to go through all of them here in the future, but the reason I enjoy them so much is you can earn amazing looking skins, personalities, and motifs by completing the associated achievements. These personalities are how your character presents themselves. So like for instance, the personality that you earned from the events this year in Q2, like the Firewalker personality, that's what you can earn some of those in some of these DLC dungeons. Skins are basically what you hear, skins. They go over your character's skin. So you might see people with really cool looking like eyes and like skin on their character. They either earn that from a dungeon or they've earned that from a trial. Those are the ways you really earn skins in the game for the most part. There are some like holiday skins that you can get and everything, but also just the motifs. Again, you can earn motifs from these, and these motifs in DLC dungeons, these motifs sell for a ton of gold, usually way more than the daily quest motifs. So I would say that if you want to make some good gold and you can run these at an efficient rate, this is a great way to make some gold by selling those motifs. But the last thing about DLC dungeons is it's just the sheer challenge and innovation that I personally like. I personally love the aesthetic in each DLC dungeon and how the fights are designed. They are seriously very engaging and unique. They get pretty close for me to Destiny 1 raids, but I don't know if anything for me can beat Destiny 1 raids because those were honestly just so fun. Because what I don't like is I don't like, like bullet sponges or like damage sponges where it's just like there's no innovation when it comes to the mechanics. I want to see a lot of mechanics in my in-game content. So that's why I really like ESO's in-game content for the most part, because it does have a lot of that, and that's just something that I really, really enjoy in the in-game and just in general in the game. But seriously, you need to try these out when you're able to. But that's going to wrap up my 5 favorite things to do in the game of ESO. I hope that these were insightful and gave you some new things to try out in the world of Elder Scrolls Online. I also hope that this is something that gave beginners something to look forward to later in the game. I hope that veterans and returning players can also just find a very fun thing that they can do that they haven't been doing from this list. And I hope these will also give some satisfaction when you complete some of these different activities as well. But remember, if you want to watch us play live, we stream twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. You can join our Discord. You can check me out on Twitter at brahwegotthis, and you can come to our website at brahwegotthis.com. And if you did like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all the content in the channel. It really does help the channel out. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.